Saturday. I mean, every week's going to be a grind. Every week's going to be a test, and you just got to be prepared for it and get into routine. And plus, there's 2 extra conference games. I mean, think about it. I think after this week would be our first Big East Conference game last year. So, I mean, we've already played 2, and we're going to our 3rd. So it's just a longer conference schedule than it was before.
How do you feel after the trip out there? I mean, obviously you get back late. Are you energized and ready to go, or beyond that? I mean, how were you guys on Sunday, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, we've done it before with trips to the SEC with Auburn and LSU, so we were used to it. It wasn't bad. I mean, it was just like going to Cincinnati where you had a 5-hour bus ride. This time we had about a 5-hour trip going from bus to plane to bus, so it's nothing that we're not used to.
What do you see from Texas Tech? I mean, what are they doing defensively that you got to prepare for?
They're very physical defense. They're very stout. And right now they're the number 2 defense in the country, and they're going to be ready for us. I'm excited for it.
Active safeties, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really look at the safeties much. I'm more in the interior guys, but I think they're going to come down and try to fit in the run game after what we saw, after what we did in Texas. I'm sure they're going to try to come down and fill it.
Where Texas played a lot more nickel and brought the guys back, you're probably they got to play you more honest after what you did against Texas.
Yeah, and that's what we try to do. I mean, whatever the defense gives us, we're going to try to exploit it. I mean, if they're going to back safeties off, we need to be able to run the football. And that's something we have done as an offensive line since the spring and the fall camp. We've been trying to work that and establish that.
Talk about what Cody Clay has brought to the run game. I know Dana's mentioned him several times. What's he done to help you guys out?
He's a great player. I mean, we got banged up at that position, and he's been tossed around at all these different positions, and I feel for him. I've done the same, except mine have been over seasons, and his has been over a few weeks. And what he's done is just a testament to his character and his fortitude to go out there and learn the plays from different positions and to execute them, and to be able to have the coach's trust and our trust to go out there and execute. He's done a fantastic job of that.
How difficult is that to adjust on the fly like that? When you're in one spot working with one group, and all of a sudden a day later you're someplace else and learning something totally different?
I'm sure it's very difficult, going from receiver outside and then coming back in to fullback. It's a different world. I mean, we're a lot more physical. I know we have physical receivers and we block the perimeter, but we're hitting every play in the run game. So it's different, and like I said, it's a testament to him.
I mean, this is almost different. Like the pads you wear, the way the way you practice, the way you warm up, everything's different. You know what I mean? Go from outside to inside, the way you approach it.
Practice is a lot different. I mean, Tuesdays we have an inside period against the defense, and we bang a little bit. We always had team periods, but I mean that inside is a different world for the outside guys. They're coming from the outside in.
What you guys did in the run game against Texas, I mean, you haven't been asked to do that really in the past since Dana got here, I guess, at least against an opponent of that caliber. You guys did it against Bowling Green last year, but as an offensive line, was that a performance that you could sort of take some pride in?
We take pride in it, and each week we want to take pride in it, especially going into Texas Tech. I mean, we want to establish the run. If teams are going to play, the way, back off the safeties and try to play the pass, we're going to need to be able to run. And, in any game you go into, that you have to do that.
You feel like you had their D-line guys on their heels a little bit, that they were maybe a little surprised that you ran right at them the way you did?
I think so. I mean, in film we showed a lot of passing offense. I mean, everyone's worried about our pass, but we can run it too, and that's what we're focusing on. Now for Texas Tech.
Coach Beanbo just said that the inside 3 was as physical as it seems that you guys work together. Just talk about that, and that builds upon itself, doesn't it, with confidence and the fact that when you have success like that.
I mean, we've been trying to do that every week, and every week, in the pass game we have to be physical too, and we've seen a bunch of that, and now when we have the opportunity to run, they call it run play. We want to get after it, and that's what we were able to do, and that's what we want to continue to be able to do throughout the rest of the season.